The Pokemon, they stare ominously, except most of them are kind of eating, so whatever. Hey guys, this is GamerCow, welcome back to another Pokemon Violet Wonderlocke episode. This time, not entirely sure exactly how long this is going to end up taking, but the goal is to complete the game here, which means going through all of the Area Zero stuff. If it takes too long, we'll split it into two parts, but hopefully we just get this done in a one. This is going to be the bit that takes the longest, is just like walking down the place. For the most part, I'm not going to bother getting any, or at least many of the items and stuff we'd see on the way through. There's some cool stuff, like you can get some of the pinch berries here, which is sort of neat. But yeah, the most of it is just walking down the place. The goal is to reach, as we saw last time, the research stations. We go in, we open up the locks, and we'll go down, do a big encounter down the bottom, and have a fun time with all of that, right? But you can't use Miraidon going around here, and so it just sort of gets a little bit frustrating on repeat playthroughs. Chansey, get out of the way! What are you doing? It's just sort of awkward. And I think that's the main thing. Is there's a lot of like tech stuff and story bit. The atmosphere here is really cool the first time you go through, but then substance wise it's like not really that big, right? Oh, buds with Sadai. Oh man. Yeah, you can slide down the hills to shortcut some bits. You could go round if you wanted to, but who wants to do that, am I right? But yeah, radish stations. You can tell that Arvin only cares about food with his stuff there, because yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's a Glamora down here. What the heck is that? It's a special Pokemon. That's all it is. Didn't know they could find that down here too. Kind of surprised, and also not surprised at the same time, that Nemona is the first one is like, yeah, let's beat this thing up together. We don't need Nemona to take on a Glamora, but whatever. Especially not one that's like weaker than what she was, right? But her Lycanroc is fast and it uses Drill Run for 4 times super effective damage, so we don't really care about this one at all. But it's just funny because it means that we don't ever have another like Nemona part to this as well. It's just very silly that she dives in first for a Pokemon that she already knows about, when the whole point of her coming here was to fight Pokemon that she didn't know about. Yeah, you have no idea how terrifying this place is, but honestly, yeah, I agree. You have no idea. Anywho, yep, over to the research station. I have no idea what the heck the point of this particular cutscene is, because it's like, oh man, so surprising, it's a research station, a bit that we already kind of knew about. This stupid Sparkly is really hard to get. It's always there. It's not always the same item, but it's always there, and it's just very irritating to pick up. You don't have to, obviously, but yeah, these are not ancient ruins indeed. This is very modern compared to what you're expecting. But I guess it's ancient for your timescale, right? 87 years old. So wait, how old is the professor then? I'm presuming the professor wasn't here with the first group, if you will. But, eh. If you want a little bit more lore and stuff of what's going on here, you can see the textbooks and stuff over here, or like the notebooks. You can get something at the interlocking hexagonal plates that comprise its shell. Hexagonal plates, huh? Yeah, we'll see that eventually. But that was a hint to the DLC stuff. You know, kind of cool. You can also speak to everyone here if you want to as well, just get a little bit more stuff out of that. But again, kind of don't really need to care about that too much at the moment. Most of what this is here, yeah, is like backstory time. There's a lot of chatter as these guys become friends with each other. This one can get cut off by the next one if you go too far too quickly, so I'll just try and let it play out anyway. So it's fine. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff, it's like I could show this, but then I'm kind of not really wanting to show like all of the descent, because realistically it's just like kind of slow, right? think it's the next bit here is where it cuts off, so... Sorry, Penny. My name's Penny. Uh-huh. So yeah, they're starting to become friends with each other. And then it's like here... I guess I could have gone a bit further down. But you can go round that side too, actually. And the text will still play. But it'll play, obviously, for going round the other way. But yeah, there are other items and stuff you can get there. It's just it takes longer to walk down that way. So I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, so this is about, like, Mabostiv got really hurt down here. And obviously that's not good. We don't want the doggy to get hurt again, so we will definitely keep it in check this time, right? I mean, we're a lot stronger than Arvin was in the past, right? So we'd definitely be more capable of taking stuff on. Realistically, like, this place is just great for the atmosphere much more than anything. It's honestly such a juxtaposition compared to the first time, like every other place in the game when you play it for the first time. Yeah, this is easily like people's favorite part of the game as a whole. Not everybody loves it, obviously, but let's head in and take a breather. Yeah, you would think. Oh, just falsify is not. Yeah, wasn't a compliment, indeed. So, depending on the version you're playing is where you'll start seeing either the past or the future Pokemon here. Like, we would have had Great Tusk in the overworld for the Quaking Earth Titan for playing Scarlet, but obviously we had Iron Treads because we're playing the Violet version here. And if you're playing Scarlet, this will be a Screamtail. Honestly, this entire place is completely different because of the whole, like, each version has got its own separate story for it here, right? Like, the professor is different as well. It'd be Sada instead of Turo, and, you know, stuff from the past instead of the future. Overall, I think the past Paradox Pokemon were way better than the future ones, which is kind of unfortunate. But then again, Miraidon ended up being way better than Koraidon for most of the time, right? So, except this year apparently, because Koraidon won Worlds in the double restricted format, Miraidon was almost nowhere to be found. So it's kind of funny how that works. Now, Iron Bundle does have Freeze Dry. That could have maybe been very slightly scary versus Chloritza, but only slightly. It's not that bad. What was that thing? Uh-huh. Oh, hang on. Apologies for the interrupt. I had a feeling it was going to happen, but it's fine. Yeah, so, mechanical looking Delibird. Absolutely. It's not something you would normally see. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Oh boy. Yeah, Penny did say she's not the adventuring type, so yeah, you wanted some actual depths and danger to this place? There you go. So, yeah, of course it's going to look about the same. Wild Pokemon don't come in here. Yeah, I wonder why they don't come in here. It's kind of curious, isn't it? Hey, seriously, what's with this place? Yeah, good question. What is going on here? Yeah, there's a book. Yep, we've seen the Violet book before. This is what he showed us when we were going into the very beginning part, right? When we were talking about the his Herba Mystica thing. Monsters of Area Zero. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are Pokemon, maybe they're not. I think they are, but I don't think they're regular Pokemon. That's the thing. They definitely do look different. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello, Turo. Eavesdropping as always. Some of the life forms you see residing now within Area Zero are future Pokemon that lived in a distant day we have yet to see. That's why they're all robot-y. That's awesome! The Zero Lab where I'm located contains a time machine. Summons the future Pokemon to this place. I believe the time frame is like 1 billion years past and future, which is a little bit far-fetched for the past version, but whatever. Uh-huh, you actually got it working. The cost was catastrophic, huh? That doesn't sound good. You can actually travel to... Theoretically, but right now, not quite. Well, that's horrifying indeed. Ah, gee. Why did you call us here? That's I mean, good question. If possible, I'd like to speak when we meet face to face, huh? Alright, I mean, I suppose that is understandable. So... let's just open up the lock, and we'll keep on going, right? Please continue your efforts. We will do! What's up, Arvin? So, book can tell there's something to do with it? Well, like, everything to do with this place, yeah? Yeah, he does seem to be putting a lot of faith in us specifically, doesn't he? So, understandable. We will take that book. Definitely will take care of it for you. Don't worry about it. I think he might have slightly different dialogue after he gives you the book, but again, I ain't really going to bother checking because I'm afraid it just isn't really time for that. Alright, parent backstory. Huzzah. You know what's kind of interesting in a way is when you're picking up items and stuff whilst the cutscene bit's going on, the usual item jingle doesn't play. Like, obviously the menu thing does, but the little jingle when you pick up an item just doesn't play, which is just weird. Mother and father. Yeah, call it. Unbelievably annoying, huh? It's loud and clingy, it makes a weird nickname, something like Pen Pen. Yeah, so Penny's father is the DLC character from Sword and Shield, is Peony. So he has two daughters. One we did the Isle of Armor stuff not the Isle of Armor, the Crown Tundra stuff instead of, which was Peonia, and now Penny is his other daughter, which we do in the very late DLC stuff, which probably isn't going to happen in this playthrough because I don't think we're going to get there. But in the post game stuff, we do get to have like a snippet of a conversation from her. So, you know, interesting stuff that way. Another research station. Let's go. So we've been attacked on the first two, right? Obviously, we're going to get attacked on this one too, right? Something's going to jump out of this again, 100% guaranteed. Yep. Such a worrywart. No, it's legit. Hello again. We're done. Surprised reaction. Benny's just like, whatever. Indeed, it's a Titan Pokemon, so it was a future Pokemon all along, yeah. Looks seriously strong, indeed. Old pros, indeed. I suppose we are. So let's just beat it up, as we do. So who are you sending out on this one then? Cloyster? Nope, Mabostive, obviously. Nice clipping through the floor there too, whatever. Intimidate is actually pretty good here though, lowering the attack stat is quite useful. God, Rapid Spin, oh it was a crit, that's why. I was like, that did an awful lot for a Rapid Spin. But it's because the crit got through. 5% miss chance. It ain't just me that misses with stuff like that. Yeah, Water Pulse takes it out in one hit anyway though, so I don't really care. But it is just kind of amusing nonetheless. So, yeah, keep in mind our final level cap here is 67, so even though I don't plan on using any of the Pokemon in this particular party, I have a set of level 66 Mons already set for the final fight, because it took me a little bit to work out what I wanted to use for the last one. Setup opportunities are a bit more scarce in the final fight, because the diversity of Pokemon is quite high. And honestly, we don't really have anything as good at setup for working with here. So, station number 3. Anyone need a rest? Not really. But Penny's got a lot on her mind right now. No, it's not that. It's been thinking ever since they mentioned the time machine, huh? Yeah, what about Miraidon? Absolutely, you're right. It is exactly like it, huh? I think you're onto something. It's kind of giving off future vibes. Even this name sounds futury, You had Miraidon's ball. You told us about its forms in the first place. You must know something about it, right? Uh-huh. Guess I got no choice but to say what I know. Just found Miraidon. We're working on the time machine, huh? And Toro's like, I should probably be the one to say this. Yep, Miraidon, which I entrusted to Sanai. No, you did not. Was the first Pokemon that successfully retrieved from the time machine. I mean, okay, like, kind of he did. Obviously, he like, once he found out that we had it, he entrusted it to us, but, like, you did not, you were not the first one to say stuff about it. Yeah, it's a future Cyclizar, and Koraidon, of course, is the past Cyclizar. Many other Pokemon came from the boundaries of time, but never able to bring more than 2 Miraidon, because it's a legendary, obviously. Yep, there's another one. What if they're family? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Heartwarming family reunion? You guys don't really understand everything, but I suppose that would be kind of spoilery, so whatever. It's not really, let's be honest. The thing is scared witless of being down here. There's clearly something that it doesn't like about that situation, so yeah. I wouldn't exactly think that it's best pleased for seeing another one of itself. No wonder no one's seen it. Yeah, have fun with that. Still won't come out the Pokeball, indeed. There is a little a couple of little cave sections in this bit as well, by the way. Ooh, see, camera's been a little bit frame drop stuff on that, but yeah, there is a couple of cave sections there, but again, I'm not exploring the stuff on foot like this. I would rather come back and do that sort of thing when we can actually use Miraidon, because there's items and stuff we can't get doing it that way, doing it this way. Be all over the news, yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can understand. It's like you'd blame Miraidon for it. Yeah, understandable. You should be sorry. Oh, that's like the coolest thing ever. Uh-huh. I don't think I've actually seen the rest of that text before, because as soon as you go on the inside of this, it cuts out and you never see the rest of it. Because yeah, I mean, honestly, this place is kind of pretty. Like, it's the lighting. The lighting does a lot of work for stuff like this, and it's just all kinds of cool. Again, the awkward bit is I don't remember how much text and stuff. That's where we're going to, and you can see how far away it is from here. It's a really long way to go. I don't remember how much text it is going to there. But I guess once we're done, yeah, one slip would kiss our short lives goodbye, indeed. Just be careful. I mean, there's fences and stuff around, but not everywhere. Just be careful. That's fine, totally fine. Yeah, he's putting on a brave face, that's for sure. Places like some from a whole other world, huh? Yep, oh they do. There's a connection indeed. Only one way to find out, uh-huh. Alright, well, if there's more dialogue before we get to the next research station, I will put it on screen. Otherwise, I will skip until we get there, because it is far too long of a manual walk to show the rest of this. Ah, there is more. Okay, so Miraidon came, yeah. Lived a while with the professor, along with another of its kind. Also, there's Iron Jugulus down here as well. Like, if we went into one of the side caves, we could have seen this thing. But yeah, that's the first ones we are seeing in the wild bit here. Yeah, it's not been very happy about being here. Yeah, nobody said, well, Arvin said something about being scared of heights, but something happened, indeed. Remember Arvin said stuff about, like, psychological trauma and whatnot before? Yeah. Also, there is a TM down here. Yeah, it definitely... It feels like that sort of thing is very realistic. Could have taken damage here. And I'm not just saying that because I want to battle it for myself. So you can get a Terra Blast TM down here. I don't think you actually cross over that bit. You've got to go back and like around the other side. But it's a TM. Terra Blast could be useful if you actually are using Terastalization. So there you go. Also, seeing the Gabite falling off there, I just want to briefly note, this place is very buggy when it comes to Pokemon spawn places and stuff. I think it's slightly better on the Switch too, but you'll still find them falling off all the time. You'll often, like this is the case for a lot of places, but you'll often find them spawning in walls and stuff as well, like Pokemon, so maybe less so on the Switch too, but it still happens. I wonder how many shinies people have missed because they were in the walls. So this research station definitely looks like it's seen better days, huh? There's nothing to stop us from just going in this time, even though we've had a fight the previous three. We've had one battle with every partner, but not allowed more. That's state mandated. So yeah, this one's a mess. Something went berserk indeed. Hello, children. I always loved this bit, to be honest. I'm sorry. Is everyone here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. Yeah, this is the first time. The first time that we're seeing something a little bit awkward happening here. Stop that! You're creeping us out. Hello, children. Children, then. Children. Yeah. Initiating restart. Yeah. Yeah, something is very, very weird. It definitely was weird. Almost like he's a rabbit. Well, only one thing to do. We were told we needed to disable all the locks, so we gotta do it. All of them are disabled. Yeah, kind of. Your text is still a bit funky, though. Forgive my previous transition. No, it wasn't what it was. It was something far more serious than that. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the bottom of the place. Yeah, but something spooky's going on with it. Definitely not normal. Yeah, of course there's more tech stuff with it. Yeah, Penny's a little bit on the frightened side. I don't blame her after that. That got you jazzed. Yeah, of course. Nemona is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Pretty sure that call was a really... He's definitely thinking on something, no matter how things turn out, counting on you to see it through. Yeah. You can get some Terra Shards as we've been seeing down here as well, but nowhere near as many as from Blueberry Academy, so yeah, it's kind of whatever. I don't think there's any more text before we get down to the bottom, so I will see you there. Shadow Ball is a pretty good TM to get access to at the end here as well. Like, obviously we've had a Shadow Ball TM from Rhyme before, but this one is the first time we actually see it in the overworld too, so it is nice to get access to another one. Anyway, the door is right there, so there's not really much point in stopping. You can, I think, drop down to get to it as well, but it's just awkward because most of the time when you drop from a decent height you get scrambled back up, so yeah. We finally reached the deepest part? Yeah. Just fluff the right to fill the textbooks, maybe. Phone call. Hello, children. You have done well to make it here. Yep. Zero Lab. That's where you are, indeed. It's been swallowed up by crystals. They can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. That's a cool one. Same energy that allows Pokemon to terastalize. The building has basically been terastalized. That's, yeah. That's one way of thinking about it. Yeah, the Terra Orbs were made from the crystals down here. Yeah. Indeed, though not many know it. But once you open the gates, you'll be quickly confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. They will likely make a break for freedom. That sounds like a problem. The four of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves well, then open the gate. Yeah, if they get let loose, then things would be in a very bad state, right? But we're here, therefore everything will go fine, right? That's the idea. So let's get going. Open the gate. Press the button open. Hold it. All right. What's up? Look, if it's true, there's a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon. Should we have Marina? I mean, it would be nice, but it doesn't want to come out. But if it could go into that battle form, yeah, it would be kind of neat. Hasn't even wanted to let us ride. Yeah, it has not. Kind of in its battle form. Just have to hope. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. You bring it out of its spawn, and maybe it'll be able to find its family too. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with Penny on this one. I don't know. Even if Maridon can't find, I'll protect it, okay? Yeah, but I beat you, so how much does that matter? Whatever, I guess we're doing it. Hello. Sorry, buddy, but peer pressure and all that. And we got Maridon ready. It's time to open that gate. And here is another one that gets skipped if you have that cutscene skip on, because this is pre-rendered. Seems a bit on the spooky side. Yeah, hello, buddy. The family reunion is happening. Yeah, I don't think that's what's going on here. No, something's not right indeed. It was about to attack, is the thing with that there, right? But, nope, seeing the lab is finally open, I guess it's been wanting to come in the entire time. Funny how some things want to go in and others want to go out. Yeah. Not exactly on the best of terms, are they? Don't worry about it, buddy. It's okay. Are you really that thick? That was nothing. There was nothing heartwarming about it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Read the room. Really bad vibes indeed. Yeah, far more cutthroat, that's for sure. Once again, you're back in your battle form, going toe-to-toe against it if you want to. It's like, yeah, I don't want to. It doesn't. Yeah, they said it would come from the inside of the lab, but I still think that would be... Yeah. Looks like there's trouble on the horizon. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Oh no! Suddenly surrounded by like a million Iron Hands as well. It's kind of awkward. No way we can handle this many. Yet they're all from the future. It's okay, buddy. Even that fella's ready to bail. No. Nemona's like, hell yeah, let's go! So we have to do another fight with each of our partners over here. This time she does get to fight this one, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. Lycanroc is weak to this, but it doesn't really matter that much. Drill Run is going to do an okay amount of damage. It's still pretty good at defense. I don't know why it's insistent on rapid spinning. Like, that makes no sense. It has Stomping Tantrum and Iron Head, so it could have definitely done some damage there, just chose not to. Fine by me. So, take it out. And then... yeah, they're strong. I mean, it took your hit quite well. It's still really annoying. Baby new. Yeah. So, we have to help out Penny this time round on with the Iron Hands. This one's a little bit spookier for us. She does have baby doll eyes, which will help, but it is obviously very physically inclined, I think. we're probably okay to just go into... Well, I say we're okay going into Shaker. It is a fighting type, so we might end up just eating like a close combat or something here, and that would be kind of dangerous. But Umbreon Psychic coming on in, we'll do an okay amount of damage considering it's an Umbreon. Yeah, I was thinking we'll eat the Wild Charge, and then one of us is going to take a close combat here, I'm pretty sure. Seeing how much that Wild Charge did, yeah, that close combat would kill from here. So I think I should probably swap on out to get a better type advantage here. I just didn't want to immediately go in here and eat too much damage off of that Wild Charge, because I figured that was going to come out. But given how much damage the Psychic is doing here, we should be fine. Charge is actually somewhat annoying with the special defense increase here, but I'm still pretty sure between the two of us we'll be completely fine here. So Draining Kiss, come on in. Almost get the KO anyway, so Umbreon is just going to get the finishing hit. Okay. So yeah, Iron Hand's a little bit scary for this group to fight, because it is just very powerful. Like, it's 140 base attack, I think it was. It's pretty strong. Yeah, Future must be terrifying. Get out of here! Only problem with doing that... Oh no, they're running away! Yeah, if they get out, it's going to be even worse. So we have to stop them from doing that. Wait! She is definitely enjoying this way too much. They absolutely can. The crowd's being thinned out. Sure. So we get to deal with this one, and it's like, you talking to me? So yeah, Iron Jugulus here. This is Dark and Flying instead of Dark and Dragon, so it is slightly different from the one that we fought before. So Ice Beam is our most effective hit here. Knockoff is not going to do anything to Mabostiff, thankfully, which is pretty good. Play Rough is super effective, so it can do a good amount of damage as well. These fights are not really that dangerous. Iron Hands is the exception here, because it is just kind of powerful. The other one that is a little dangerous, though, is if you are on Scarlet and you're playing Flutter Mane there. That is kind of nasty. It's okay, buddy. Well, let me take on some of the burden. Strider should be nothing. See, this is spooky though, right? Because that's 3 Iron Hands versus Mabostiff. Mabostiff should not be able to beat those things. Got it. Let's have some faith in us. Hey, we've had faith in you all along. Come on. God, I love Mabostiff. he's just a dog, and it's great. Really ruined my whole childhood, you know, but it's not like seeing you cower and scared out of your wits to make me feel any better about it. Uh-huh. Don't even think about losing to that jerk. Stand up and fight indeed.